Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the world of one of America's most iconic coins, the Washington quarter dollar. Over the years, this coin has captured the interest of collectors not just for its silver content or historical significance, but also for its rarity and unique mint marks. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 most valuable Washington quarters, considering different years, mint marks, and conditions. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, you're going to find this list fascinating. Let's get started. First up, the 1993 Washington quarter with a D mint mark, specifically in fine condition. While this coin might seem ordinary at first glance, it carries historical significance and a collector's appeal that can make it surprisingly valuable. In this video, we will explore the history and background of this quarter, highlight its unique features, discuss its rarity even in circulated condition, examine its current market value in dollars, and provide some helpful tips for collectors. So, if you are a coin enthusiast or simply curious about the value of this quarter, stay tuned. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the quarter quickly became one of the most recognized coins in American history. By 1993, the quarter had long established itself as a staple in U.S. currency circulation. The 1993 Washington quarter was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Today, we are focusing on the Denver minted coin, distinguished by its D mint mark located on the obverse side near George Washington's bust. Despite being a relatively modern coin, the 1993 Denver quarter has attracted attention due to specific variations and the condition of the coins available to collectors. The 1993 Washington quarter D mint mark features the familiar design with George Washington's profile on the obverse, accompanied by inscriptions denoting the United States of America and the coin's denomination. On the reverse, the quarter displays the iconic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, flanked by olive branches, a design that has remained largely unchanged for decades. What makes this coin stand out to collectors, particularly in fine condition, is the combination of its mint mark, subtle production variations, and the overall eye appeal despite wear. Even minor differences in strike quality or surface features can influence a collector's interest and the coin's value. While 1993 Denver quarters were minted in significant quantities, coins in fine condition with minimal damage are not as common as one might assume. Most circulated coins exhibit various levels of wear, scratches, or discoloration, making well-preserved examples more desirable. Collectors often seek out coins that have maintained their design details despite circulation. A fine condition quarter, for example, will still show clear details of George Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, even if some minor wear is present. The rarity of these coins in better preserved states, coupled with their historical and numismatic significance, has created steady demand among collectors and auction enthusiasts. The market value of a 1993 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in fine condition varies depending on demand and coin grading. Generally, coins in circulated fine condition are valued modestly, often ranging from $325,000 at retail or online auction listings. However, coins exhibiting slightly better preservation, sharper details, or minimal surface issues can command higher prices, sometimes reaching $5 or more in specialized auctions. It is important to note that coins graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC can fetch higher premiums due to the authentication and grading credibility provided by these services. For collectors, even a single well-preserved example can be a valuable addition to a collection of modern quarters. If you are looking to collect 1993 Washington quarters D mint mark, start by examining coins for the quality of their strike and overall wear. Look for coins that retain the details of Washington's profile and the eagle's feathers, as these elements significantly impact collector interest. Consider investing in professional grading if you acquire a coin that appears well preserved, as certified coins often fetch higher auction prices. Additionally, staying informed about market trends, auction results, and coin forums can help you identify undervalued examples and make informed purchasing decisions. Even though this is a modern coin, attention to detail can yield rewarding results over time. In conclusion, the 1993 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in fine condition may not be the rarest or most expensive coin in the world, but it carries historical significance, collector appeal, and modest market value that make it worth considering for collectors. Understanding the coin's history, unique features, and the impact of condition on its value is essential for anyone interested in US coin collecting. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting, this quarter provides an accessible yet intriguing opportunity to enhance your collection. Next up, the Washington Quarter, specifically the 1977 edition with a D mint mark. This coin, produced at the Denver Mint, is a staple of American numismatics and a must-know for collectors seeking both historical significance and potential value. While it might seem like an ordinary circulation coin at first glance, the 1977 D quarter in fine condition has its own story to tell, and we're here to uncover its rarity, unique features, and what it could be worth in today's auction market. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, it features a distinguished portrait of Washington on the obverse and the iconic eagle on the reverse. By 1977, the quarter had become a widely circulated coin, yet it retained a classic appeal to collectors. The D mint mark indicates production at the Denver Mint, one of the key mints contributing to the nation's coinage supply. While millions were minted, variations in condition and specific mint years make some quarters more desirable than others. The 1977 D Washington Quarter retains the classic design elements of the series. On the obverse, George Washington's profile is rendered with fine detailing, including his hair, eyes, and the prominent Liberty inscription above. The reverse showcases a heraldic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both preparedness and peace. In fine condition, this coin shows moderate wear on high points such as Washington's cheek and hairlines, but the details of the eagle's feathers and lettering remain legible. This level of preservation is important for collectors seeking a balance between authenticity and aesthetic appeal. While the 1977 D quarter was minted in large numbers, finding one in fine or better condition can be surprisingly challenging. Coins that have endured heavy circulation, scratches, or discoloration are less desirable, but collectors still actively seek examples that retain original features despite minor wear. Interestingly, quarters in slightly damaged or circulated condition are often more affordable entry points for new collectors. Their demand remains consistent due to the coin's historical significance and the popularity of the Washington Quarter series among U.S. coin enthusiasts. In today's auction and collector markets, the 1977 D Washington Quarter in fine condition typically sells for around $434,000. Coins in very fine or uncirculated condition can command higher prices, often reaching $123,000, depending on grading and overall eye appeal. While it's not one of the rarest quarters, the 1977 D maintains steady value due to its popularity, historical relevance, and the ongoing interest in completing Washington Quarter collections. Prices may fluctuate slightly depending on coin market trends and demand at auction houses or online marketplaces. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1977 D Washington Quarter, it's important to inspect the coin carefully for wear, scratches, and any discoloration. Purchasing from reputable dealers or verified auction sites ensures authenticity and accurate grading. Consider starting with coins in fine condition if you are on a budget, and gradually work toward acquiring higher-grade examples. Maintaining proper storage in coin holders or albums will help preserve the coin's condition and potential value over time. Additionally, keep an eye on coin shows or online auctions, as these often feature competitive pricing and rare finds. The 1977 D Washington Quarter may not be the rarest coin in the world, but its historical significance, classic design, and collector appeal make it a fascinating addition to any collection. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to coin collecting, understanding the nuances of this quarter from its mint mark to its auction value enhances your appreciation for U.S. coinage. Next up, the Washington Quarter Dollar from 1982, specifically the version minted in Denver, identifiable by its D mint mark. Even in dirty or heavily circulated condition, this coin holds interest for collectors, not only because of its historical significance but also due to its subtle variations and market demand. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just beginning to explore U.S. coins, this detailed exploration will give you a clearer understanding of what makes this quarter noteworthy and how it fits into the auction market today. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, it replaced the standing Liberty Quarter and quickly became a staple in American currency. By 1982, The quarter had been in circulation for 5 decades, primarily struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, following the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from general circulation quarters. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins in 1982, making them relatively common at first glance. However, even within mass-produced coins, collectors often search for specific characteristics, minting errors, and conditions that can elevate the coin's appeal and value. The 1982 Washington Quarter with the D mint mark has several defining features. The obverse showcases a profile of George Washington facing left, with the inscriptions Liberty above his head and In God We Trust to the left. The date 1982 appears below Washington's portrait, and the D mint mark, placed just to the right of the ribbon tying Washington's hair, indicates its origin from the Denver Mint. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, framed by olive branches, and the inscription United States of America along with quarter dollar. Coins in dirty or worn condition may have these details obscured or dulled, yet subtle features like die marks, slight doubling, or variations in minting can still attract collector interest. While the 1982 Denver quarters are not exceedingly rare in pristine condition, even dirty or circulated examples can hold value for certain collectors. Dirty condition coins often show signs of heavy circulation, such as scratches, nicks, or tarnish, which makes them less desirable for traditional grading but still significant for collectors interested in filling gaps in date and mint collections. Some enthusiasts specifically seek coins with character, valuing the authenticity and historical usage reflected in wear patterns. Additionally, coins from the 1982 mintage can occasionally present small minting errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, which can increase their desirability, even in less than perfect condition. The market value of a 1982 Washington Quarter with a Denver Mint mark in dirty condition is generally modest due to its high mintage. Typically, such coins in poor or heavily circulated condition may sell for around $416,000, depending on specific wear, patina, or any minor error that makes the coin more interesting. Coins with notable errors or unusual toning may fetch slightly higher prices at auctions, ranging from $214,000. For collectors seeking a complete Denver minted series or wanting to fill a chronological collection without focusing on mint state perfection, even a dirty example remains a viable and affordable addition. If you're considering collecting the 1982 D Washington Quarter, it's important to assess several factors. First, closely examine the coin for any unusual features, minting errors, or die variations that could enhance its value. Second, try to store coins carefully, even those in dirty condition, to prevent further degradation. Cleaning coins is generally discouraged among serious collectors, as it can significantly reduce value. Finally, monitor auction platforms and coin shows to gauge real-time market trends and ensure you're paying a fair price based on condition and rarity. Even circulated coins can be a stepping stone toward building a diverse and historically rich collection. In summary, the 1982 Washington Quarter with a D mint mark, even in dirty condition, offers collectors a unique blend of history, accessibility, and potential hidden value. While its overall market value may be modest compared to rare or pristine examples, the coin holds an important place in the story of U.S. coinage and the Washington Quarter series. By paying attention to subtle features, errors, and historical context, collectors can appreciate the charm of these everyday coins while exploring opportunities within the numismatic market. Whether you're a beginner seeking to complete your Denver Mint series or an experienced collector hunting for intriguing variations, the 1982 D Quarter remains a coin worth noting in your collection. Next up, the Washington Quarter, specifically the 1998 Quarter with the D Mint mark. While it may not be the rarest coin in U.S. history, it still holds a special place in collections, especially in circulated condition. In this video, we'll explore its history, unique features, rarity, current market value, and some helpful tips for collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual coin collector, this guide will give you an insightful look at the 1998 D Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse until the state quarters program began in 1999. The 1998 D Quarter was produced at the Denver Mint, hence the D Mint mark. By 1998, the Washington Quarter had been in circulation for over 6 decades, and millions were minted each year. Despite its relatively recent production date, the 1998 D quarter remains a collectible piece for those tracking modern US coins. The 1998 D Washington quarter features the classic profile of George Washington on the obverse with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1998. The reverse shows a perched eagle with spread wings clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. One of the distinctive elements collectors pay attention to is the coin's mint mark. The D indicates it was minted in Denver, which can affect its collectability in certain years. While the design may appear standard, subtle differences in strike quality and circulation can make individual coins more interesting to collectors, and circulated condition, the 1998 D Washington quarter is considered common. Millions of these coins were minted, and many are still in circulation today. However, collectors sometimes seek coins with minimal wear or coins that display unique features such as double dies or minting errors. While a heavily worn 1998 D quarter may not fetch a high premium, those in better circulated condition can still be desirable for completing collections or for educational purposes in teaching coin grading and handling. For circulated 1998 D Washington quarters, the market value is generally modest. Most coins in average circulated condition sell for around $325,000. However, if a coin is in exceptionally good circulated condition, or if it shows any unusual minting errors, it can command slightly higher prices at auction or from collectors. It's worth noting that these quarters are not considered rare, so their value largely depends on condition rather than scarcity. If you're looking to add a 1998 D Washington quarter to your collection, here are a few tips. First, always examine the coin's condition carefully. Even minor scratches or wear can affect value. Second, look out for coins with strong strikes and clear mint marks. Third, consider purchasing from reputable dealers or auctions to ensure authenticity. Finally, keep in mind that while circulated quarters may not be highly valuable individually, collecting them can still be rewarding, especially if you aim to complete a full set or track the progression of Washington quarters over the years. To wrap up, the 1998 D Washington quarter in circulated condition may not be a rare treasure, but it remains an important part of the modern coin collection landscape. Its historical significance, classic design, and place in the pre-state quarters era make it a meaningful addition for collectors. While its auction value is modest, careful attention to condition and minting details can make the collecting experience much more enjoyable. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1990, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the P mint mark. While this coin might not initially catch the eye of casual collectors, its history, condition, and market demand make it an intriguing piece to explore. In this video, we'll examine its historical background, unique features, rarity even in worn or bad condition, current market values, and provide helpful tips for collectors looking to expand their collections. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1990, the design was well established, featuring the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the traditional eagle on the reverse. The 1990 P quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the two primary facilities producing quarters for circulation in that year, alongside Denver. Despite being part of a widely circulated series, each coin carries its own story and appeal to collectors. The 1990 P Washington quarter has several distinctive characteristics. On the obverse, you'll find the classic profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1990. The reverse features the bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with two olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace. While the design itself is familiar, minor die variations, slight minting anomalies, or even subtle differences in edge reading can make individual coins unique and noteworthy for collectors. When it comes to coins in bad or heavily circulated condition, you might think rarity wouldn't apply. Surprisingly, even worn 1990p quarters hold some collector interest. Coins that have endured decades of circulation can still exhibit fascinating wear patterns, postmarks, or minor errors that make them collectible. Although this coin isn't considered rare compared to older issues, demand exists among collectors who seek to complete date and mint mark sets, particularly when filling gaps in Philadelphia Mint 1990 quarters. Even damaged examples have value for educational collections, coin rolls, Or for those appreciating the history of US currency in everyday USSO, what is the 1990p Washington quarter worth today, especially in bad condition? For heavily circulated or bad coins, the value generally ranges from 25 cents to around $526,000, depending on the coin's wear and any noticeable errors or anomalies. Coins with extreme wear or damage are usually valued at face value, but unique characteristics or collector demand for completing a full series can push prices slightly higher at auction. Grading services often do not assign high numerical grades to these coins, yet their historical and collectible significance still makes them desirable to certain buyers. If you're interested in adding a 1990p quarter to your collection, here are a few tips. First, always check the coin for any unique markings, errors, or die variations. These can increase value even in worn coins. Second, consider buying in lots or rolls. Sometimes, you can find multiple examples for a lower cost. Third, store your coins properly, even if they are in bad condition, to prevent further deterioration. And finally, keep track of market trends. Coins that seem common today may become more valuable as demand increases among set completion collectors in the future. In summary, the 1990p Washington quarter may seem like a simple, everyday coin, but even in bad condition, it has its place in the world of collectors. Its historical significance, unique features, and role in completing coin sets make it a coin worth noticing. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, understanding the nuances of circulated coins like this one can enrich your appreciation for US currency and its history. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more coin collecting insights.